Set up your foundation. It's the only way to truly level up your life, with no return, no going back. Whatever you want to change in your life or in yourself, you need a foundation first. You have a long list of things you want to change, sometimes too long. You try to work on 3, 5, even 7 new habits at the same time, hoping they will make your life feel completely different. But the list never ends. Not because you're adding more, but because you change 1 or 2 things for a short period, and then you go back to square one. So the list comes back, again and again. Have you ever wanted to put a real check mark next to a change, a true change, and say, yes, I actually did it. It's done. It's part of me now. Many people try to change their lives, start new habits, build a new version of themselves. But they're missing the foundation. And without that foundation, it's hard to stick to anything. You start, but you don't continue. You want to change, but nothing lasts. But once the foundation is there, everything else becomes easier. Everything flows. Think of it like a car. A car has wheels and an engine. If the wheels keep falling off, or the engine keeps stopping, you may still reach your destination. But the journey will feel painful, slow, and exhausting. A journey you never want to repeat. But imagine the same car, the same destination, with zero resistance. The wheels glide. The engine runs smoothly. Nothing stops. The journey becomes effortless and repeatable for the new you. If you want to finally achieve that list of changes, you need a foundation. Let's solidify your foundation first, so change becomes effortless later. To build the foundation for any change, you need 8 principles that will be your core. Let's walk through them one by one. The first principle, allow yourself to change. Before any habit, before any goal, before any transformation, you must give yourself permission to change. Think of it like pressing a button, turning on the change mode. For years, we all grow into a certain version of ourselves. You built a specific identity about who you are. Let me show you. Maybe you've been a lazy person, lying on the couch, scrolling endlessly. Or maybe you're out of shape, and you see yourself as someone who hates working out, who can't stay consistent, and struggles with discipline. And if you keep seeing yourself this way, what happens? You actually live in a way to confirm that identity. You act according to the story you believe about yourself. You behave in ways that prove your belief is true, because your mind wants to stay aligned with your identity. Behavior always follows identity, and eventually, you become who you believe you are. So as long as you keep seeing yourself the same way, nothing is going to change. You remain you. You will never go beyond the limits of who you believe you are. Real change starts with shifting the way you see yourself, not by force. Most people try to push themselves into new habits, hoping they will like them and magically stay consistent. But it's not about liking it. It's about believing it. Whatever you try to force yourself to do will never feel natural if it goes against your identity. To change your identity, you must decide. For example, if you want to get fit, that must become part of who you are, not just a dream you wish for. So decide, this is who I am now. Once you shift your identity, the first piece of your foundation, then your actions naturally follow, and change becomes easier. Always keep this in mind. Your current labels keep you in your current reality. So change the label, and the reality changes with it. The second principle is filtering you. Let me be clear. Filtering you means filtering everything that influences you. People, ideas, content, habits, and energy around you. This is foundational because you become what you allow in. Let me show you how the filter process works. Write down the version of yourself you want to become. Then compare it with the current you and your current habits, your daily inputs, and the content you consume. your actions and thoughts, your circle and your environment. Because your environment is either fuel or friction. You cannot become a new person while surrounding yourself with the same distractions, the same people who drain you, the same environment that protects your old habits. Most people never change because they never filter. They hold on to everything. But you can't carry your old life and expect a new one. You can't have both. Think carefully. Be honest with yourself. And filter. Filter the people. Not everyone deserves access to you. Some people inspire you. Others drain you and freeze you in your old identity. It's not about cutting people off. It's about reducing the influence of those who keep you small. Filter the habits. Your daily habits are your invisible environment. They create your energy, your focus, and your discipline. If your habits are chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic too. Filter your thoughts and your content. What you watch, what you scroll, what you follow, what you listen to, all of it shapes your mindset more than you think. Unfollow anything that distracts you. Fill your world with what supports the life you want. In simple terms, filtering you means remove what weakens you and keep what strengthens you. Protect your mind like it's your future, because it is. The third principle, understand yin and yang symbol. It's half white and half black. That's how we think of life. White or black, good or bad, easy or hard. We think it's always a choice between two sides. So what do? We make our decisions based on them. We force ourselves into the white side, the good, the easy, the positive. And when life gets dark or difficult, we think we've fallen into the black side, like something is wrong. But that's not the truth. Yin and yang are more than a symbol, more than two opposite energies. They are partners. To understand the true story behind them, we go back into ancient China, who had a belief about the universe. What if the universe is not made of one thing, but two energies that depend on each other? They called them yin and yang. Yin is the dark side of the symbol, the energy of rest. Calm, quiet, gentle, like the moon, the cool night, the deep water and shadows. Yang is the bright side of the symbol, the energy of action, strong, energetic, and warm, like the sun, the day, the fire, the movement, and the light. If you understand the true meaning of yin and yang, you'll realize something powerful. You need both. You cannot have day without night. You cannot have warmth without cold. You cannot grow without struggle. You cannot have glory without effort. But be careful. The balance between yin and yang is not 50-50ths. True balance isn't about splitting your life in half. It's about timing. Each energy rises when the moment calls for it, and steps back when it doesn't. That's the real balance. Next time you see the yin and yang symbol, don't just see black and white. See the story of the universe and the story of yourself. Full aware of yin and yang will make the change easier. It's a strong foundation to understand duality. Good versus bad, easy versus hard, light versus dark. And understand falling versus failing, which is our next principle. The fourth principle, falling is not the same as failing. Let me ask you a question. You're sitting on the couch scrolling. Are you afraid that you might fall from the couch? If yes, don't worry. That's not the falling I'm talking about. The real falling is different. It's losing control and falling apart. It's drifting away from the person you want to be. It's slipping one small step at a time. And the truth is, falling will happen. You will fall. And every time you fight it, every time you stand up again, you become stronger. Achieving success without falling? That's impossible. Because falling is a part of your path. is a part of the process. It's how you grow and learn. A baby must fall many times while learning to walk. Do you think walking is easy for a baby? It's not. They get scared, they fall, and it hurts, but they stand up again and again. That's what falling means. You're moving and you're trying while you're on your path. Failure only happens when you quit, not when you fall. Sitting on the couch, doing nothing, never trying, or trying once and then stopping. That's quitting. That's failing. So remember, falling equals failing is not true. The truth is, falling is inevitable, but failing is your choice. You decide whether you quit or continue. The fifth principle is, fall in love with hard. This is huge. It's a mindset shift. Let me show you. When you hear the word hard, your mind instantly thinks about stress, effort, danger, and pain. And because of that fear, your mind gives the order, step back. And eventually you step back. But when you step back from hard, you're actually stepping back for growth. So let's shift your mindset. What if you fall in love with hard? If you do that, your mind reacts differently. You don't step back anymore. You step forward. You stand ready, prepared, and focused. Shift the meaning of hard. Hard isn't the enemy. It's the entrance to your growth. You can't grow without some effort. The moment you see hard as growth, everything becomes easier. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Quoted by Nelson Mandela. So why keep playing life safe? Why fear hard? And why step away from challenges when they're the very things that shape you? So stop playing life safe and turn the fear down. Shift your mind and stop running from the hard way. Instead, you step into it. You don't yet know how powerful you can be until you fall in love with hard. Now you are ready to rise, stronger, bolder, and in love with hard. The sixth principle is, never give up, but don't burn out. When people hear, never give up, they get scared. They think it means, keep pushing forever, ignore your limits, run out of energy, and burn out, eventually destroying yourself. And that's the real fear. You're afraid that if you follow, never give up, that you'll burn out. But no, that's not what it means. Never give up means, don't quit when the path is meaningful. It's a long-term consistency with strategy. It doesn't mean push until you collapse. You're not here to die. You are here to live, to grow and arise. Because if you follow the idea of that's enough, where does it take you? It keeps you safe, but also keeps you small. It keeps you exactly where you are. So in your battles, you fight with a mindset, not with exhaustion. Burning out doesn't come from effort. It comes from the wrong mindset and fighting yourself instead of the challenge. Stop telling yourself that you're doing enough. You are more than enough. You are unlimited, unstoppable, and capable of more than you think. Don't stop until you reach your goal. You won't feel enough until you finally reach what you want. And when you reach it, you'll feel proud, strong, and more alive. Life doesn't stop moving, so you don't stop, and you don't quit. You try, as you will never know unless you try. At this point, you have built your foundation, that love the hard plus, not quitting. The seventh principle, calm down. Yes, this is part of the foundation. You can even phrase it as, be calm and not chaotic. You're going to discover opportunities to grow and get better, but only if your emotions don't control you. 95% of your decisions are made based on the heat of the moment, and that's exactly where chaos sneaks in. When you act on emotions alone, you rob yourself of joy, clarity, focus, and opportunity. Staying calm means observing yourself, not reacting. You notice your thoughts and emotions, and when chaos rises, you pause and breathe Then choose your response. You must learn to stay calm in the process, even when everything around you feels chaotic. Tell yourself that you don't control what happens around you, but you can control your response. You have to believe in something you can't see yet. That's called faith. And faith requires clarity, not chaos. Remember, calm isn't weakness. It's clarity, control, and power. The last principle is master your energy. This is a crucial part of your foundation. Your heart versus your mind. We usually feel like we have to choose between. Follow your mind only, or follow your heart blindly. But actually, you don't have to choose. You have both, so use them together. Let your mind do its work, analyze, plan, and focus, while your heart feel the joy, passion, and life you truly want. That's what becoming the master of your energy truly means. It's all about controlling your mindset, because that's where everything begins. Stop living on autopilot. You may be physically present, but your mind drifts somewhere else. Being on autopilot means you have no real awareness of what's really happening in your life right now. And it robs you of clarity, control, and real presence in your life. You're acting, but not fully aware. But when mind and heart work together, you're fully alive, fully aware, and fully in control. That's where transformation begins. If you want real transformation, it starts here with a strong foundation. Build the life you're capable of. It all begins with you and the belief that you were made for more.